What is up, beautiful people? It is a beautiful day in North Louisiana. Cool 92 degrees, which has been really nice. The humidity is still up as always, but it's about 5:30, 5:38 actually, and we are heading to Plain Dealing. Just left the office, had a busy day slinging that insurance, and now we're going to Plain Dealing. I just got off the phone with Mr. Tim. He has said that he will be out there next week to change the culvert out. It's got a huge hole in it. We need to replace the culvert. Culvert's been there forever, and it's got a monster hole in it. It is an absolute ankle breaker. It also is very rough when you drive over it. Talk about knock your head off. But we're getting that changed out next week. While he's out there, he is going to go ahead and bring in, he said, about 3 to 5 loads of dirt so he could build the pad for the barn that we're going to install as soon as the pad is built. Electricity's out there, so next step is to have the pad built. Then I need to call a concrete guy. I'm not going to concrete the whole thing. I'm just going to do the runners around the outside of the barn. For the barn sides to sit on, so we have something to anchor it down. It gets a lot of wind out there. It's wide open, a lot of wind, so I want to anchor it down real well. So going out there, I'm gonna get the skid steer with the cutter, cut around that area where we want the barn to go, where we want Mr. Tim to put the dirt and level it all out for us. And I don't know, we'll see what else. We'll see what other kind of madness we can get into out there while we're there. I don't know, skid steer and tractor. Can't not be fun, right? See you in a second. All right, pulling into Mott Road, and we're gonna switch trucks, change, get out of workday clothes, put some work clothes on, some manual labor clothes on, head out to the 33. Everything looks good out here. No trees have fallen. Truck's still there. Trailer's still there. Looks good. All right. Got changed. Truck switched out. Gate closed. Let's go do some work. It's about a 10-minute drive. It's not bad, but man, I tell you, in the springtime and the summer and fall, this road is just, it's really pretty. It's got trees covering the whole thing, so it's not a bad little 10-minute drive, that's for sure. Look at these jokers crossing the road. Oh yes, turkeys, baby. Now I've had turkeys on my piece, my little 80 acres here, every single day for months. And then springtime comes around to where we can hunt them, gone. They're around. I mean, you just saw 5 of them. Those are all hens, but I promise you, where there's hens, there's toms. There's definitely jakes. There's toms. And look, I'm telling you, I've tried. I don't care how long you boil a beard in a set of good 1-inch spurs, they don't taste good. But little Jake, Tender meat right there, boys. Tender meat. We actually have the On the Road shirt today. Y'all should check it out. It's On the Road Outdoors. It's on the Pursuit channel. I'm not mad at killing a jake. Now, I won't go hunt jakes, but if it comes down to it and I've got a tag in my pocket and we're out of hunts, we're out of time, I'll pull the trigger on a jake. I guarantee you I'll pull the trigger on a jake. All right, well, made it out here. And kind of where I'm standing right now is where the barn's gonna go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the skid steer and the cutter, run through all this, try to get that cut up as much as possible. I need to watch out for that rock right there. It's a big old boulder right there. Boulder, not really a boulder, it's just a big rock. I just don't want to tear up the skid steer, tear up the cutter. So yeah, I have to be careful. This is actually, could get kind of sketchy. We'll see. Let's get to cutting. That's dusty, but it's done. Yeah, that big rock pile right there, I couldn't do anything with it, and I just didn't want to tear up the bottom of that cutter, so I left it. All right, let's do some measurement now. Figure out where we want this barn to go. Well, we may just be getting shut down. There it looks like that storm they were talking about may be showing her ugly face. Cool. It's picking up wind. So I think what we're gonna do, we'll just move this tractor. I away from the tree line. That way, in case, because it's blowing hard. So just in case it wants to blow a tree down, it won't fall on the tractor. So we'll just get it out the way. All right, it's crazy. It is black as can be that way, and beautiful sun that way. Look at that, sunny, 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 beautiful cloud. I don't know, man. We may just have a bunch of wind. I don't think we can get any rain from this. Watch, that's gonna make me mad. Like a bunch of teenage boys just talking all that smack. Man. All right, we may wait it out and see what happens. But here's that hole I was telling you about. Now I've got it filled in with rock right now. But when I tell you, I mean, it goes all the way down. That rock's basically there so we can drive over it. Or if you do drive, we try to miss it all together, but if we do drive over, at least it's not as jolting as it could be. So yeah, I think we're done for the day. We'll measure later. I'm gonna try to get back to the farm and tuck in and maybe watch some YouTube. All right, we'll pick it up later. Peace. All right, Caleb and I have been sitting around waiting all day for FedEx. They brought us the fuel filter for the transfer pump. It's on, it's installed. I may have messed my skid steer up personally, because when I bought the transfer pump and all the tank and everything, I didn't have a fuel filter with it. I thought it was attached to it, I thought it was part of it, but it wasn't. Now it's just the pump. So never had an issue with the skid steer before starting. Never had an issue. Turn it off, wouldn't turn it back on, nothing. Just would not, it wouldn't get enough fuel. Had Scott Equipment come out, they changed everything for me and said, dude, your fuel filter was bad. It was nasty in the skid steer. So pretty sure I may have dumped some nasty diesel into it because I did not have a filter on the transfer tank. So we have the filter on the transfer tank now, and we're gonna head to the gas station, put some fuel or some diesel back into the transfer tank, and Caleb and I are going to Plain Dealing, and we're going to cut those 2 trees down that are still on the fence line. That's the last 2 things we need to do. The last thing that happens to be 2 of them that we need to do to be able to have the fence run. So Big C and I heading to Plain Dealing. See you in a second. All right, pulling into Mott Road. Caleb is opening the gate. Go in here, change, make ourselves a little ice chest. Grab the chainsaw, fill it up with some gas. Hopefully it cranks without any issues. And then me and C head to 33, cut some trees. All right, you'll never be able to explain to me why it takes teenage boys so long to get dressed. I can literally do that in 15 seconds, done, move on. Hey, look at that little guy. I haven't seen one of them in a long time. Look at you. That's cool. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. So we're gonna roll into the barn, grab this chainsaw, and really hope that it starts. God, I just walked through a big old spider web. Ah! All right. Come on, chainsaw, work for me. oil, rag, chainsaw. Let's go. All right, me and Big C heading to 33. Got the chainsaw loaded up, bunch of gas, chain oil, gloves. That's pretty much it. If we need something else, we'll buy it. Alrighty, we got the Caleb was like, wait a second, fuel tank's empty. The transfer tank is empty. So in less than 5 minutes, shoot, I bet you it was like 3 minutes. Probably. We have both the skid steer and the tractor filled. So $90, like that. Almost 100. It was 97. Yeah, 97 bucks, just like that. But both the skid steer and the tractor are full. So we're gonna make our way out to the middle of this pasture, to this far fence line, see if we can't get these trees cut down. So what we have is this tree, which is a tree, I think it was on our side, because it didn't pull the fence all the way down. The root ball did, but the tree didn't. So this is definitely our tree. And then, which it won't be that hard to cut up. And then we've got, and actually, Caleb, you know, that's an oak tree. That's gonna make good firewood, dude. Like really good firewood. I'm just noticing that. I'll be dang. I'm going to have to come up with the skid steer and cut a bunch of this stuff up again. And then this tree, which is another oak tree. So you can see again here, this root ball is what pulled the fence up. So this tree was on our side, so we are responsible for it. So me and Big C, yeah, we're gonna cut it up. As you can see, I'm in long sleeves. I've showed you before, I am crazy allergic to poison ivy, and I'll be willing to bet this thing has poison ivy wrapped all around it. I really should have got, as goofy as it looks, one of those hard hats with the mask in front, because this thing could sling that poison ivy, poison oak fluid in my face, but glasses are just gonna have to do in a long sleeve shirt. So me and Caleb figured out where we're gonna put all the debris for right now. We're gonna cut it all up, put it right here away from the fence so they can come and run through it when they run the fence lines, and then we'll come back and get it all later. So, all right, let's get to cutting. All right, done with one tree. We were able to salvage a bunch of that big stuff. That's good, man. It hadn't been tree hadn't fallen long, maybe a month maybe. So it's gonna take, we'll take that, the good stuff that we can burn, and back to the farm, the Mott Road. And we're gonna have to get a tree slicer, like a something to cut that. We can't use an axe. We got too much wood now. So, all right, one tree down, one more to go. So it may not have as many branches, but it's got bigger branches. It's a big tree. We got about 2/3 of it done. Take a little break, get some aqua, start over. All right, so we got a little bit of a dilemma. I tried to be lazy and just cut the rest down and move it out of the way so they could put the fence, and then come back and cut it up into chunks. And it snapped right there. Tree broke, and it's got the chain pinched. So we need to go get the tractor so we can pick up the log and get the chain unhinged. Filming, and we don't think about it. Both me and Caleb forgot to hit record whenever we were moving this log. All I did was took the skid steer and the cutter, and I used the cutter. I kind of angled it down and used it to push the log out the way. Got the chainsaw unhooked, or in the bind, and I pushed it against I just pushed it against the fence. We'll come back and cut it up because it's a good piece of wood, it's solid. We'll be able to use it for firewood. But now that we've done this, we have a straight shot from the corner right there all the way down, right past the skid steer. So we have accomplished what we have set out to accomplish. Every fence line on this 33 acres is now clear. So they can come off of it 5 feet, 10 feet, some other places, and run a brand new fence. So, mission accomplished. We'll figure out something else to do now. There's always going to be something new. All right, I'll haul back at you.